Hey everyone, this is a recording from a 132 4-man retriever data. I was in a public match and somebody else had joined in. So this is just showing how it worked with another person also being involved. I think originally they were on with the idea that it was going to be not killing stuff, and they were fairly knowing what was happening, but I think afterwards they were just wanting to kill stuff. Whether it was to troll or be funny, it doesn't matter anyways. But it shows that this base still functioned very, very well, even though there was somebody else killing the husks. So as you'll see in this video, is that the ninja player is going to be going around and trying to kill the husks as well that are still coming towards the base. So yeah, I did find it quite, I thought it was a troll, and it was kind of funny that they're all in there just kind of just fishing a barrel for him to shoot, as you'll see in a sec. So here's me just basically trying to be like, no, stop killing stuff. It's an AFK base if you want it to work properly. But off he goes on his killing treks. But yeah, so this build is it's the same as normal. I've got the floor launchers, the four floor launchers with the 4x impact and durability on them and 1 reload, which will then be launching them up into this bucket, the chiller box, where there is 3 wall lights and 1 floor freeze trap with building health, which is very important. So since this is also a nature mission, I've been building this out of brick. Yes, I'm very low on brick, so what I did is I built the core center bit out of the most optimal material, and then I build the rest of the base out of wood, including the floor launchers. So it's literally just the core is built out of brick, and it doesn't cost too much. So it's quite a cheap core build. Then you just use wood or whatever around the outside. The only thing is I tier 2 the wood up the top, just in case it takes any damage or a slight bit of damage to one of the top pieces from a random flinger throwing something, or having just any random bits up there, like a little one that comes up the top and tries to slap you and hits the floor. You just don't want it insta breaking. So as you can see, he's I'm trying to call him to come up the top, so they might get what's going on, and they look down at it. This is where the kind of the funny bit comes in. It's like, oh, these are fish in a barrel. I'm just gonna go fishing. So that's what they're doing. They're gunning away, like destroying everything that's in the bucket. And yeah, so look at them. They're just there dancing away, having their little husk disco, and then is him up the top, just like poor little husks. They just want to dance. Just leave them alone. So anyway, I'm joining in with the dancing festivities now that Mr. Ninja is down. And all goes pretty well. I think that is until since a lot of the husks has been killed, a smasher starts coming along. So there'll be a smasher boy coming along soon. Trying to hold the builds out there. He's still adamant on trying to kill those husks in the bucket. Yeah, so here's the smasher. Smasher boys managed to get in, so now it's having to go against a smasher as well, which does so much damage. Yeah, I'm having to edit this wall out because I didn't mean to put this wall in. And this is when the smasher starts beating the floor. You can see the health's going down really quick, but I need to go down and try and heal the floor. And then I realise I have a slow field, so I'm going to head straight back up to slow field the enemies. So at the top now, I'm just going to chuck a slow field in, and hopefully this was meant to stall them long enough so that they wouldn't end up breaking through. However, there is quite a funny mechanic you can have when you're using this base, and that is where if they destroy the floor and there's loads and loads and loads in there, you can like cram them all in. So you'll see in a sec what's going to happen is that when they can end up breaking the floor, they just jam themselves up inside the base, and you can just keep them locked in there. Eventually they'll whittle the base down bit by bit. But for now, a mini boss is coming along. So what we're going to do is, it's a player aggro mini boss. So he's going to be focusing on me, so I'm just putting decoys onto the base to lure the other ones there that were trying to go for me, as well as then just taking care of the mini boss. At this point, I begin to get a little bit worried about how the smasher is doing in the box, so I'm just going to put the banner down to upgrade all of the health of all of the structures around it. However, it was at this point I started to notice that for some reason I couldn't upgrade the floor, and I didn't know why I couldn't heal the floor, which was a little bit odd. It didn't give me the option anymore. So, yeah. This is also quite a nice thing. You can just run around in circles up the top as well with the mini boss, and he'll just run around. You just don't really want him getting in the middle, which is a problem now because he's not affected by the traps and he'll be smashing everything. But he's destroying the wall. He's not really focused about getting down into the base. However, if it was a base aggro mini boss, then you might have a problem. So it was here that I started to notice again that I couldn't be upgrading the floor. So I'm just going up the top and trying to keep them out with decoys as best as I can. And again, trying to upgrade the floor. You can see me trying to jump here to try and get any sort of repair, and no. I was wondering whether it was the shields in the way or something. But this is the fun mechanic that you can have as well, which is pretty dodgy. Like, you can trap them all in here, right near the objective. And so you kind of keep them in here. They can go a bit weird where they don't actually attack the objective. Apart from now, and then they'll whittle it down bit by bit. I think you kind of confuse them with what they're doing, and you'll see in a sec they'll just wandering off. And yeah, I think they were a bit confused at the end. And yeah, it was a pretty funny way to end the game actually. Yeah, so there's a mission with trying to do the Retriever Data Chillerbox build, but with somebody else trying to also kill the husks. So made bigger things come. So definitely lasted against a smasher and a mini boss. Well, it was a player mini boss, but yeah. See you guys around again. See ya. So this was a 132 4x player with another player actually trying to kill the husks, and this would make other husks and bigger things spawn, which tested this base a lot more. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys.